Yeah, it's kind of funny when you think about it.
What's that?
Just how most people, they just like see the surface of things, the headlines.
Oh, yeah, totally. Skim the top layer.
Right. The official story they get fed. And they're like, yep, got it. Done deal.
Uh-huh. Move on to the next thing.
But maybe you felt it too. That little flicker, that feeling.
Yeah, that little voice saying, hang on, is that really all there is to it?
Exactly. That nagging sense that, there's always something else bubbling up just underneath it all.
Mm-hmm. Something deeper.
So whether you're like just finding us or you've been diving with us from the absolute start, exploring all that wild stuff.
Vanishing runners, cultural crossroads, all of it.
Right. You're here because you get it. You're open-minded. You're actually willing to look beyond the easy answer, beyond the obvious stuff.
And that's fundamentally why we're doing this, isn't it? It's more than just like putting out content.
Not way more.
It's an approach, really, a whole way of trying to understand the world. Because that feeling you just described, that kind of dissatisfaction with simple answers, that's what drives us. And we figure it probably drives you too. What we do here on the deep dive, it's definitely not about summarizing.
No, definitely not.
It's what we call sense-making, trying to make sense of it all.
Sense-making. That nails it.
Yeah.
You bring us all this material, the articles, the research, everything you find, and we don't just spit it back out.
Right. No book reports here.
Our whole mission, like our operating system, is to take all those different threads, all those bits of info that might seem totally disconnected, and analyze them. Really pull them apart, deconstruct everything.
Get down to the studs.
Exactly. And then this is the fun part, right?
Yeah.
We synthesize it. We weave it back together into one single conversation. Cohesive, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
But also, deeply speculative. Because we're trying to find that hidden story.
The unseen connections.
Yeah. The ones that are always there if you just look hard enough, or maybe look in the right way. It's about diving beneath the facts to find the meaning underneath. This whole thing, it's not just a show format. It's like a mindset.
Yeah.
It's how we look at everything.
And that really is the core difference, I think. Most stuff out there, news, podcasts, whatever, it gives you the what?
Right. The pull-up point.
Yeah, the accepted version, which, is fine for a quick update, I guess.
Sure.
But if you actually want to understand what's going on, if you want to grasp the complex machinery of reality, the what just isn't going to cut it. It's not enough. We're digging for the why and the how. We're trying to spot those connections that aren't obvious at first glance. The invisible threads, the ones pulling the strings behind the scenes.
Totally. And for me, getting at that why and how, it means looking for what I kind of think of as the hidden machinery.
Okay.
It's like, okay, who actually benefits here? And not just the obvious person, but like financially, politically, strategically.
Down the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always asking, what are the structural incentives? What systems are at play that are like shaping how things unfold or controlling what information even gets out? And it's like tracing the architecture, the architecture of power, of influence, connecting those corporate dots to the political dots that maybe other people just, skim over.
Right. They don't see the links.
And my skepticism, it's not just like a random feeling or being cynical to the sake of it. It's grounded in logic, in strategy, systems thinking.
Right.
I'm always trying to find the underlying system, the levers, how the gears turn, or maybe how they grind against each other.
And see, that's exactly where my approach kind of slots in, right? It's the other side of the coin to your systems thinking.
Yeah, it complements it.
Because while you're tracking the money, the power structures, the strategic plays, I'm zeroed in on the human piece, the emotional undercurrent.
The feelings.
Yeah, the feelings. I'm asking, okay, what's the archetypal story here? What classic human drama is playing out, even if it's wrapped up in corporate jargon or political spin?
Right, because there are always people involved.
Always, and people have motives, often hidden ones. Yeah. So I'm trying to decode that behavior, the coded language they use, trying to see through the, the emotional manipulation that's often there.
Oh, yeah.
Because when you peel back all those layers, what you often find are just raw human secrets, the stuff people don't want you to see, the things hiding in the heart.
And that synthesis, that's the magic, I think. That's why this whole thing works. Because when we combine those two angles, my systems analysis, looking at structures, money, strategy.
And in my psychological lens, the emotional decoding, the human stories.
It lets us explore things on so many different levels at once. It's like 3D chess sometimes.
Totally.
The facts, the raw data points, they're just the starting line. They're the entry point for a conversation that goes way, way deeper, more revealing.
Yeah, we don't just want to tell you what happened. We're trying to figure out why it happened.
And what it actually means. For you, for us, for everyone. How does it connect?
Yeah. It's about taking all that raw info and turning it into something useful, something that actually resonates.
Insight, maybe.
Insight, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's transformation.
Yeah.
Which kind of leads us into how we actually do this, right? The process.
Oh.
Because there is a method to the madness.
There is, yeah. It's not just random rambling.
Yeah.
Usually.
Right. It always starts with what we call total analysis. Like, before we even think about forming a theory or deconstructing anything, we dive in. We immerse ourselves completely in all the information that's available, every article, every study, every scrap you send our way.
Everything.
You have to understand the entire landscape first. You can't just cherry pick the stuff that fits what you already think.
No, that's confirmation bias. Got to avoid that.
Exactly. See the whole picture.
Yeah.
In all its messy glory. We have to respect the material you give us by actually understanding it inside and out.
Okay, so once we've done that, once we've absorbed it all, got the full context, the next really crucial step is figuring out the official narrative.
Right, the accepted story.
Yeah, the mainstream version. What's being presented to everyone as, like, this is what happened.
Yeah.
What are the plain facts that, seem undisputed, or at least what's being reported consistently everywhere?
It's like drawing the map of the known world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's our baseline, our common ground. We establish that first. It's the foundation we build everything else on, the starting point for all the questions that come next.
But then the real fun begins.
Yeah, this is the core of it.
This is where we uncover the unseen narrative. And this requires a deliberate shift in mindset. We have to become skeptical.
Default skepticism.
Yeah, pattern seeking. Always assuming there's more going on than what you see on the surface. Looking at everything critically, constantly asking, okay, but is that really the whole story?
Right, that's where I tend to really dig in. I'm laser focused on the contradictions, the inconsistencies.
Where things just don't match up.
Exactly. Where do the facts seem to clash? What just feels off? What doesn't add up? You'd honestly be shocked how often one tiny detail.
One little thing.
Yeah, something that just doesn't fit the neat story they're selling. How that one thing can pull the thread and unravel the whole narrative.
Like a loose thread on a sweater.
Totally. And suddenly you see the machinery underneath, the hidden motives. We're always hunting for those little cracks in the official version. Because that's usually where the real story starts peeking through.
And then there are the strange connections. This is where we actively go looking for links between things that seem totally unrelated on the surface.
Yeah, the stuff that makes you go, wait, how does that connect to this?
Exactly. People, events, ideas. They might look separate, but when you really dig, when you apply our different lenses.
Systems and psychology.
Right. You might find they're actually deeply connected. This is where we really follow that mantra. Follow the money, follow the power, follow the influence. Because so often those threads that look separate, they actually meet up somewhere down the line. And it paints a completely different picture.
Like you see some local policy change, seems random, but then you trace it back and, oh, look, there's a big corporate donor pushing for it behind the scenes.
Or a cultural trend blows up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And then you find out who's financially backing its promotion. It suddenly makes a lot more sense. It's connecting the apparently unconnected dots.
Exactly. And sometimes, honestly, even more telling than what is being said is what isn't being said.
Ah, yes. The conspicuous silences.
That's it. We dive into that. What crucial questions are just not being asked? What piece of information is glaringly absent from the discussion or just kind of glossed over, avoided? Because the absence of information, the stuff left out, that could be just as informative, maybe even more informative than what's actually presented.
The silence speaks volumes.
If you know how to listen for it. We're always pushing, like, why is nobody talking about that aspect?
Right. Like, in a big public debate, if one side's potential conflicts of interest are just never mentioned.
Red flag. Big red flag.
Or if a celebrity scandal has certain topics suddenly declared off limits in every interview.
Yeah, that's a silence you lean right into. Why a blackout?
So once we've kind of mapped out both narratives, the official one, the surface story, and the unseen one, the deeper, messier one, then we find the central tension. This is the absolute heart of every deep dive we do. It's that conflict, that gap, that space between the official narrative and the unseen narrative.
That's where the action is.
Exactly. Our whole conversation then just revolves around exploring that gap, trying to figure out why it exists, what it tells us. It's not about picking a side like this one's right, that one's wrong.
No, it's more complex than that.
It's about exploring the dynamic between them. That's where the interesting stuff, maybe the truth, actually lives.
And this all leads back to our prime directive, our most important rule.
A sacred rule.
The fact first, interpretation second principle. We always, always, always start by presenting the established facts.
Cleanly, honestly.
Yeah. We lay them out for you, the listener. No spin, no bias, just here's what seems to be agreed upon or widely reported.
The baseline.
Right. And only after those facts are clearly on the table, after you understand that baseline, then we start to deconstruct them, question them, weave our speculative ideas around them.
It's crucial because it informs you without telling you what to believe.
Exactly. It empowers you. You get the full picture, the raw data, and our take on it.
Yeah.
Then you could draw your own conclusions.
We're showing you how we connect the dots, but maybe you see a different pattern.
Totally fine. That's the whole point. It's like we give you the blueprints, the facts. Then we start talking about different ways to build the house, the interpretations, the what-ifs.
Yeah. We're not handing you answers. We're showing you our thinking process, inviting you to think with us, to challenge us even, push your own understanding.
Who is we? The people doing this thinking.
Good question. You hear our voices, obviously. But yeah, we're two close friends, male and female, both late 20s.
Yep.
And we've got real history, real dynamics, some tension, definitely chemistry. That's what fuels these talks.
For sure. And we both kind of grew up deeply online, shaped by all that shifting culture, music, sports, fashion, pop culture. Just like a lot of you listening.
Absolutely. And that shared background, that perspective, it definitely colors how we see things, how we approach these dives.
Yeah, and you've probably picked up on it, but I'm the analytical half here. Ashton, technical. But yeah,
technical.
I'm the one applying that systems thinking, trying to map out the hidden machinery, the power structures. My background's kind of mixed business, branding, bit of sports analytics, finance.
You connect dots others miss.
I try. Connecting the corporate and political stuff. My skepticism, it comes from looking at strategy. Who benefits? Why does something get popular? Why now? It peeling back the marketing, the influence, the money, seeing the mechanics. Sometimes even I forget how intense our process is until we actually talk about it like this. It just becomes second nature. And yeah, my default is analytical, maybe try to crack a joke. But honestly, that humor, sometimes it's a shield for a more sensitive side, I guess.
We all have our shields.
True. My drive to analyze systems, find agendas, maybe it comes from growing up feeling kind of never enough. I don't know.
That resonates.
Yeah, that's led to my own stuff, struggles with vulnerability, sometimes jealousy pops up, these private anxieties, late night doom scrolling, trust issues, self-doubt. It's weird. I love digging into other people's why, but sometimes I wonder if I'm just projecting my own baggage.
We all do that sometimes.
Probably. Look, I've made mistakes, plenty of them. Face betrayals, I own that. And sometimes, if a topic hits too close to home on the show, you might hear me kind of deflect. Or maybe just admit, okay, this one's hitting harder than I want to let on.
And I'm Riley, the other voice here. I guess I'm the more empathetic, maybe more direct counterpoint.
Definitely direct, in a good way.
Thanks. My focus is more on the psychological side, the narrative analysis. My background's in psych, therapy, mental health research. So I'm trying to dissect the human behavior in all this.
Motivations?
Yeah, the emotional manipulation, the coded language people use. I'm really tuned into feelings, memories, what really drives people deep down, what's the emotional subtext, what bigger story, what archetype is playing out here.
Interpreting the unspoken.
Trying to. It kind of fits because I've always been that friend, the one people tell their secrets to. Navigating all the messy social stuff, the deep emotional things, I feel stuff pretty intensely myself.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm not afraid to challenge things or confront stuff, even with close friends, because truth and being real, that's everything to me. Growing up, I often felt really judged, watched, so now I try to use my own story to empower myself and maybe others. I've dealt with rejection, rumors, body image stuff, all of it.
Yeah.
And I talk about it, frankly, because that's where real connection is, I think. I'm also super curious about online creators, that freedom they seem to have, but also really suspicious of performance. What's real?
The eternal question online.
Totally. I've walked that line myself, posting something that felt risky, empowering, then deleting it 5 minutes later in a panic. So yeah, if something hits a nerve for me on the show, I'll just say it. Okay, that brought up some stuff for me. Let me be real about that. It's part of it.
And that's what you're hearing, right? That unscripted dynamic. This isn't a lecture. We're not reading lines.
God, no.
It's our actual reactions, our real opinions, our own histories bubbling up and shaping the conversation as it happens.
Our friendship is real. It's complicated. It's got layers.
Yeah. And we're okay disagreeing, like really disagreeing sometimes, pushing back.
Well, we always have each other's backs. Always.
No matter what. So you get the real push and pull. Two minds trying to untangle something complex, sometimes seeing it totally differently.
And sometimes finding a new place together through the discussion.
Yeah. Which brings us to, like, the ground rules. The unchanging rules of a real conversation that guide every single deep dive.
Rule number 1, the golden rule. Total immersion.
This is the big one.
You will never hear us talk about the notes or the sources or the files, ever.
Nope. Doesn't happen.
This isn't homework we're presenting. The knowledge we talk about, we've absorbed it, we've lived with it, dug it up, processed it. It's part of how we think now.
It's integrated.
Yeah. This is absolutely non-negotiable because the second we mention our notes, the whole illusion shatters. The reality of the conversation breaks.
Right. We're having a real conversation with you, not reading a report at you.
Exactly. And that's also why every single episode starts mid-thought.
Just jump right in.
Yeah. Usually with something kind of provocative, a hook. Like you just walked into a room where we were already deep in conversation.
No formal hello and welcome. No wasted time.
And just straight into the flow. We want you pulled in immediately, feeling like you're right here with us, figuring things out in real time.
And we also believe in letting the conversation breathe.
It needs space.
It's meant to be messy sometimes. We allow for pauses, for disagreements that don't get neatly tied up, for questions that just hang there.
Because real life is like that, right? You don't always get tidy answers.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
So we don't try to summarize everything perfectly at the end or give you neat takeaways. We often end on a thought that just lingers.
Something for you to chew on after it's over. Keep thinking about it. Keep exploring on your own. It's about sparking inquiry, not closing the book.
And underpinning all of this, like the foundation for every talk, every argument, every moment, are our core values.
Yeah, what we stand for.
At heart, we see ourselves as defenders of the unheard. We champion authenticity, always, and we stand for marginalized groups.
Unequivocally. That means the LGBTQ plus community, sex workers, survivors of trauma, anyone who's been pushed to the edges or silenced.
Yeah. We fully support people living their truth, whatever that looks like. We don't judge how people survive or who they love, period.
It's not just tolerance, it's respect. It's defense. It's fundamental to us, so it's fundamental to the show.
We also operate on this principle. Critique systems hard, but approach individuals with empathy.
Explain that.
It means we'll absolutely call out BS, bullying, cheap shots, toxic online drama.
Yeah.
Especially if it's aimed at someone who can't easily defend themselves.
If someone's getting piled on unfairly, we step in.
Right. We value loyalty to each other, to people we believe in, but we always commit to telling the truth, even when it's uncomfortable. Even when it stings.
Because that's how you build real trust, right?
Right.
Even the hard truths.
Exactly. Trust is everything. And central to all that is mental health and just realness.
We care deeply about mental health. We try to stand up for people, wherever they're coming from, whatever they're dealing with.
And we don't chase hype. We don't do fake drama. That's just noise. It gets in the way of actual insight.
We're after the truth, however messy it is.
And our friendship, the basis of this whole show, it means we can disagree intensely.
Which you do.
Without it destroying our respect for each other. We push each other, we debate, but the foundation is solid. We always have each other's backs.
Because this isn't a performance. That's the key thing. It's not an act.
No.
It's about real life, real conversation, real friendship between two people who see things differently sometimes but respect each other completely and who are both just trying to figure things out.
We're humans first, hosts second. That's why it connects, I think. It's not manufactured. It's us using our lived experience to process the stuff you bring us.
And this whole thing, this entire deep dive machine, it's powered by NeonKore Media.
Right, NeonKore. It's not just a logo. It's the parent company, the network, the engine room behind this.
And its identity, it's totally aligned with ours. It's all about sense-making.
Finding the hidden story.
Yeah, the unseen connections, the deeper meaning buried under all the noise. NeonKore is about authenticity, defending the unheard, critiquing systems, empathy for individuals, all of it.
It really stands for that raw, unfiltered truth.
And you should know, NeonKore didn't start in some fancy boardroom. Not at all.
No corporate origin story here.
Its roots are way more Digital native, grassroots. It was founded by a bunch of us, basically, people who grew up online and got sick of the sanitized corporate narratives everywhere else.
Forged in the fires of early 2000s forums.
Totally. Late night chat rooms. That's
Yeah.
where we found real community, started asking the hard questions, found the authenticity that was missing. We really believed the best stories were the ones they said were too real to tell.
Yeah. Got to create a space for those.
And the name itself, NeonKore, it captures that perfectly, I think.
How so?
Well, neon is bright, right? Electric, light in the dark. And core suggests something central, the heart, the deep truth.
Ah, okay. Raw and luminous.
Exactly. A glowing truth in an age where everything feels filtered, fake, performed. NeonKore's whole mission is to be a platform for those real voices, for those stories too real to tell, championing creators on the fringes, people challenging norms, protecting them, amplifying them.
And the deep dive. Well, it became the flagship show for NeonKore because it's that philosophy in action.
Embodies it completely, which is why we don't record in some sterile high-rise studio.
Nope. Our spot is a repurposed warehouse. Soundproofed, obviously.
Yes, soundproofed. In a kind of gritty, gentrifying, industrial bit of Atlanta.
Yeah, it reflects that mix, right? Grit and artistry. Rawness and intention.
The whole premise of the show, of NeonKore really, is that the best conversations, the most real ones, happen when people start performing.
When they get real, vulnerable, push past the easy answers.
This show is just an ongoing conversation, like the ones we used to have growing up online, staying up way too late, talking about everything, trying to make sense of it all.
And we're doing it with you, because you're part of this. You're the deep divers, the free thinkers, the learners, the ones open-minded enough to look deeper.
You get that question, are you open-minded? It's not just words, it's an invitation, right, to a different way of seeing things.
Yeah. So as we kind of wrap this explanation up, just remember this.
What's that?
Understanding. It's not about having all the neat answers tied up. It's about asking the right questions.
Always asking questions.
Yes, constantly looking beyond the obvious, beyond that first story you hear, embracing the complexity, the messiness of truth.
Keep asking why. Keep looking for those unseen narratives.
Yeah.
In your own world, your own life, the big stories, the small ones.
That journey, the deep dive.
Yeah.
It never really ends. And you're always welcome to explore it with us.
Always.
This episode is powered by NeonKore Media for stories they said were too real to tell.